If you've ever watched anyone fight, it never looks like this. But it just doesn't, right? People are mobile, you're moving, they're moving, and you don't get the perfect straight shots often that you really like. They're good to train, they're not wrong, but there's a real good chance that you're going to have to hit someone on an angle, or you're going to have to hit them on an angle, or you're going to have to change in flight because they're moving and you're moving. You don't get that luxury just going like this. So people, what they do is they learn to chamber and they go like this, right? On the assumption that they're always going to punch forward, but they're not. You also have to learn to chamber on more circular techniques. So when you do a chamber, what happens is as you're pulling back, it pulls this hip forward. It shouldn't turn it, because if you turn, like your energy is going in two directions, this should come like this, it should come like this, like a push-pull, right? Push-pull, it should come energy to you. But what if you're throwing this? So if I try to chamber like this while I do this, it gets all weird. You see this in in boxing a lot. What happens is when you go like this, as you go to throw the circle, you have to match the circle. So see how I'm matching the circle? So I chamber in the way the circle goes, but because at the end of this technique, I want it not to glance off, I want it to go through. You're going to see the circle's going to straighten out a little bit. So what happens is your body starts in a rotation, and then at this point, as it drops, it pulls it into more of a linear technique. Now, this pull down propels that hip forward, which gives it speed. It also puts your hand in a really nice position to come back again. So you got to feel how that pulls. It doesn't matter where you're throwing. If I'm like this, and I need to pull this way, or if I'm like this, I need to pull this way, or if I'm like this, I need to pull that way. And again, chambers, we're going back to reality. People don't fight like this. If you are going to chamber, you're using these pull downs with your elbow to put your hand into good positions to where they can work right away. Right? You want them right back where they can work. So this little pull helps it propel. But you can't just practice it on one angle. If you're just doing this all the time and you go out in the real world and people are gunning at you and you're trying to evade and you got to hit them off angle or maybe come in on a different direction, it's not going to help you to do this. So practice on multiple angles. You'll find that your work will get a lot better if you do that.